Hello my beautiful Bitterroots and welcome to my channel, and today I have my Orly collection for you guys. A lot of these are special edition. They go to a certain collection that came out. So I have 8 polishes here. I have one Orly Epics and the other ones are the Orly Color Blasts. So some of these come from, Beauty and the Beast collection. Some come from some of the other Disney collections. These two came from the Wonder Woman collection. This one is much like the Sonia Kashuk polish, but the difference is, I don't know if you can see, it's got like this green sparkle to it. This is acrylic, but this has got that extra sparkle to it. Otherwise, it's the exact same color. This blue one is in the color In the Name of Justice. Like I said, this came from the Wonder Woman collection with this white one. So here we are in the first coat of In the Name of Justice. I'll let this dry and we'll come back and do a second coat. See that sparkle that's in this polish? It's so pretty. Love it. Okay, so let's do another coat. This is like a satin formula, a semi-matte. But if you don't like that matte finish, definitely put on a top coat. It'll really make these little green glitters pop. So I am done. I'm gonna let this dry and then I'll throw a top coat on 2 of my nails, and then so that way you guys can see what it looks like with a top coat and with just the regular formula. So here it is after 2 coats of In the Name of Justice. This finger and this finger I put a top coat on. These are without top coat. So as you can see, it's a semi-matte formula. I don't know if you can see those glitters that are in that really show up with these two because of that top coat. But either way you wear it, it's super pretty and not much different, really. It is just a very, very like soft focus matte formula. Okay, so the next one in the Wonder Woman collection is this white one in the color In the Name, or Hop in My Invisible Jet. Oh my goodness, I cannot talk. Hop in My Invisible Jet. There we go. I got it. It's just this plain cream white. And the formula is actually not too bad. I think you do need 2 coats from what I can remember, but I have used this one as a base coat for a lot of our nail art. So just do thin coats because they dry super fast. And you should be able to have this fully painted and dry in 5 minutes. So here's the first coat. As you can see, it is streaky, but like I said, keep thin coats on it, do a second coat, and it should be fully opaque after 2. So I'll let this dry and we'll come back. It'll literally take like 2 minutes to dry, so. So here we are after 2 coats of Hop in My Invisible Jet. And we are fully opaque. This is a good white if you just want just a plain white base or white nail. It is a little more finicky than most things, but it's a polish that works. And at the time, the only white that I had was the Sinful Colors white, and I don't like the Sinful Colors, but this Orly one I do like. I think it's just a better formula in general. So there we go in Hop in My Invisible Jet. Oh, I just marked it. Whoops. I am now going to do this neon color one. This one is described as a neon green, but it looks like a neon yellow, like a highlighter yellow. So, especially when I can compare it to other yellows and it looks yellow to me, but it doesn't really look green to me. I don't know. So, let's see. I don't know. It looks like a highlighter yellow to me. I guess it's like right in between these two, I guess, but very light. But anyway, so this is a very runny consistency. This is in the color Family Honor. This is from the Mulan collection. And I only have one. Normally I have two in each collection kinda that I do have, but I only had one. This was in the clearance section at Walgreens. So I only ended up with one instead of a pack of two. But anyway, let's swatch this. It's very runny, so you will need to do thin coats. And it dries really fast, so you can have your full manicure 2 to 3 coats in 15 minutes. So time is not too bad. It's very streaky when you do thin coats, but I would prefer to do thin coats than have it run right off my nail. As you can see, it is a bit streaky, but be patient with it. It does build up and it looks really cool when you do. So there's the first coat. Yeah, you can see how patchy it is. I think this is just getting old, but I need to try to use it up maybe this summer. This is the one and only neon that I do not need to wear yellow or wear white underneath. Most neons you need to have a white base for the neon to actually look neon on your nails. This actually looks neon on your nails when you paint it on. But as you can see, it is mellowing out. It's not as streaky. I will do a third coat just to get it fully opaque. And here we are after 2 coats of Family Honor. So here we are after 3 coats of Family Honor. This is actually way brighter than what's being portrayed in the camera. In the camera, it looks like it's glowing in the dark, but it's actually pretty bold in person. I will post a photo on Instagram because this is quite bright. Okay, so the next 2 are from the Little Mermaid collection. I'm going to do this fluorescent red color, and it's got like this pink shimmer to it. I don't know if you can see that pink shimmer. This is in the color Hidden Treasures. There we go. Super pretty. I use this one a lot in the summer. Definitely one of my favorite summer polishes to wear, just because of how neon bright it is. These Orly polishes for the neons, they are so fantastic. All the other neons that I've ever used, you have to use a white base coat for the neon to show. These are so fantastic that you don't need to wear a white base coat for the neon to show, to be brighter on your nails. These just do a fabulous job on their own. So this one I'd have to say is about 80% opaque in the first coat. This camera is not doing this polish any justice. It is way more pink in person, way more neon in person. It is pretty fabulous. I love this polish. So I'm going to let this dry and we're going to come back and do a second coat. This is not showing up neon on the camera, but in person it is like a neon, a very dark neon, red neon polish. It's really pretty. Neons typically dry matte. This is like a semi-matte finish. And I will also do a top coat on this so you guys can see what it looks like with a top coat. So here we are after 2 coats of Orly's Hidden Treasures. This is the Little Mermaid collection. I'll let this dry. I will also throw on a top coat so you guys can see what it looks like with the top coat. So here we are with Orly in Hidden Treasure. I put a top coat on these two nails. These are what the actual finish is like, so it's a semi-matte or satin type finish. I don't know if you can tell by the shine of these two that there is a little bit of difference. But as you zoom in a little closer, I don't know, can you see that shimmer that runs through that polish? It is super pretty, and I love this one, and this is definitely one of my favorite summer polishes. I did draw a line because I wanted to put it in a project, but never got around to it. So here is Orly in Hidden Treasures. Okay, so this next one is one of my favorite glitter polishes of all time. This is Orly in the color Part of Your World. Again, this is from the Little Mermaid collection, and it's green and holographic glitter. I love this one for the winter. I paired this one with Zoya in the color Honor, I believe. It's the green matte one that I really love, and so I'll do this one as an accent nail. I love this polish, and I've used actually quite a bit of it. I'm like down to here in this polish. I normally sponge it on for a full-on accent nail, but I'm just going to show you what it looks like if you just paint it on as a top coat, and then we'll build it up doing probably 3 coats maybe. Glitter is always easier to use after the second coat, just because it has that glitter to adhere to. So here is the first coat of Part of Your World. Let's see if we could blur this out so you can see that holographic. It's really pretty. So let this dry. It dries super fast, and we'll come back and do a second coat. As you can see, you get way more glitters on it the second time around. So here we are after 2 coats of Part of Your World. It has really started covering. I'd have to say it's about 75% covered. So I'll let this dry, and we'll do a third and final coat. I won't do any more than that. So here we are after 3 coats of Part of Your World. It did probably about 80% coverage in the third coat. Okay, so the next 2 polishes in this collection is from the Beauty and the Beast collection. So, and you all know Beauty and the Beast is my absolute favorite Disney movie of all time. So let's go ahead and swatch these 2. I'm going to start with this pink one. Very, very pale pink. This is Tea with Mrs. Potts. I still have got some of the green glitter on my skin, of course. This one can be a little streaky, so you will need minimum 2 to 3 coats. It's very thin formula, so do thin coats. It does better with thin coats, and it dries really fast, so. So here we are with the first coat of Tea with Mrs. Potts. As you can see, it's a bit streaky, but don't let that get you down. This is a beautiful polish, and I really do love this. So it gets better after 2. I think it'll be pretty opaque after 2 coats. Here we are after 2 coats with Tea with Mrs. Potts. I've used this one a lot. I was marking some stuff. I would like to use some of these up, so yep. Okay, this next one is this beautiful like orchidy purple shade. This is in the color Break the Spell, and I really love this polish. It's so pretty. It reminds me of Julep's Flora. Julep's Flora is a little darker, but it has that blue shimmer to it, but it's very, very similar. Okay, so this is a one coater, as you could see. I had a lot of extra polish on my brush, so I was able to paint all 4 nails with that one dip of the polish. So this is in the color Break the Spell. Super pretty color. Love this one for the spring and summer. Okay, so the last one in my collection is this Orly Epics polish. Now, this looks purple, but it doesn't, it's got like this fantastic like glitter in this polish that does not show up in this bottle. So when I bought this, I was actually quite surprised because it was completely different than what the bottle shows. So this is in the color Subtitled. And I really, really love this polish. It's got like this blue like shimmer to it. It's so pretty. And I love the brush on this as opposed to the other Orly bottles that I have. Okay, here we are in the first coat. As you can see, it is not opaque at all and does not even match the bottle. So I'm going to let this dry and we'll come back and do a second coat. But look at that glitter that's in there. It's so pretty. So here we are after 2 coats of this Orly Epics. I'll let this dry and I'll do a third and final coat. But as you can see, it's nothing like the bottle. I was actually pleasantly surprised. So I totally forgot to film, but I just did my third coat. So here we are after 3 coats of this Orly Epics in the color Subtitled. Such a beautiful polish. I absolutely love it, and I was very, very, very surprised and happy with the polish. It does not look nothing like the bottle, and I'm so glad I picked it up. So thank you guys for joining me in this week's Swatch My Stash, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!